Hello, this is Lauren Anderson, the chainmail lady, and today I'm going to show you how to do the Japanese 12 and 2. This weave requires two different size jump rings. You're going to need small jump rings and large jump rings. To begin, we're going to take a large open jump ring and we're going to add 8 closed jump rings to that. 5, 6, and we're going to close that gold jump ring, and now that gold jump ring needs to be doubled, so I'm going to take another open gold jump ring and I'm going to go through those 12 jump rings that I just added. However you can get these little things to go on. There we go. And come in and close it. Okay, so now I have a piece and it only has, whoops, I missed one. See, that happens. 8, there we go. Okay, now there's 2 gold rings and there's 8 copper rings. I need to make these 2 gold rings have a full complement, which is 12 small rings. So I need to add 4 more small rings. So I need to add those one at a time. It's much easier to do it this way than to try to fit all 12 of them on that first gold ring and then try to double it. It's really hard to get your pliers in that tiny little spot. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now what we're doing is we're making a flower, and this 12 rings and 2 gold rings is the center. And now I'm going to build petals around that. So I'm going to take another open gold jump ring, and it doesn't matter which 2 copper small rings you pick up, just pick up any 2. Okay, and then you're going to add 4 closed small rings to this gold ring. 1, 2, 3. This is one of those weaves where it's really important to have your jump rings closed and open before you get started. Okay, now we're going to double that gold ring. So I'm going to stick another gold ring through the same path. Went through the 2 jump rings that were in the center and the 4 jump rings that I added last time. I'm going to close it. Okay. The next gold ring, large gold ring, is going to go through these 2 copper rings that are right next to the copper rings I just picked up, and I'm going to go through those 2 rings. Pick up these 2, pick up these 2. Okay, before I close it, I need to add 2 closed rings. And I'm going to double that gold ring. Alright, so my rings aren't going to be perfectly closed. Okay, and you continue going around that way, picking up 2 rings. You're going to pick up 2 rings from the center and 2 rings from your neighbor petal. This is where it'd be good to have a step out. Okay, before I close it, I'm going to add 2 closed rings. Okay, so now you've added your petals to your center, and then you're going to add 2 open small jump rings to any one of the petals. It doesn't matter which one. One, two. Okay, now I'm going to join one petal or one flower with the next flower. I've already prepared the center of the flower with my two large gold jump rings and my small copper rings. I'm going to take a large gold jump ring and I'm going to pick up those two that I just added, those two closed or two copper rings, and now I'm going to add two jump rings on this side, two jump rings on this side, and in the middle I'm going to take the center of my flower and pick up two jump rings and close it, and again I'm going to need to double that ring right there. Go through all these little closed small copper rings. This is where having nice pointed pliers helps to get into that little bitty spot. You can also turn your chain nose or your bent nose pliers over so you have a more of a tip, and close it. Okay, now you're going to build another flower exactly the same way you did here. Is you're just going to add the petals all the way around and continue. And that is the Japanese 12 and 2.